Hey guys, this is Ty and welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you a question. Do you know anybody that's been in a motorcycle accident? If so, I'm going to give you 5 things to never say to them. Stick around. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is a couple of things that you should never say to somebody if they've been involved in a motorcycle accident. Now, if you ride motorcycles long enough, you're probably going to have a little mishap of your own. Hopefully everything's okay. I know that I've certainly have mine. Many of you people know about that story, and along the way I learned some things that really annoyed me, really bothered me. Sometimes it kind of hurt my feelings even. And I wanted to go over some of those things about what not to say if you know somebody that's been in a motorcycle accident. Okay, and the first one would have to be this. The number one question that I get from people when I tell them that I've been involved in some type of motorcycle accident, or when I was recovering from my motorcycle accident, was this: are you gonna ride again? You know, I heard that so many times. Now, I just want to say this. 9 times out of 10, when people ask you that question, they're asking you that question because they care about you and they love you and they want what's best for you. And, you know, they're just kind of curious. But it got to the point where it really just started to rub my nerves really raw, because a lot of the people who would ask me that question, they weren't motorcyclists. They didn't get it. And sometimes you kind of get that feeling, okay, are they asking me this question to set me up for failure? You know, are they asking me this question because they think I'm crazy when I answer yes? You know, so that's one of those things that's always on my mind. Now, while we're talking about the subject, right here where I'm at, this is actually the intersection where my motorcycle accident happened. I was at this red light. A car ran the red light coming right through there, where you just saw that white Bronco or whatever that was come through, and hit Winnie and I while we were on our motorcycle pulling out. And it just you know, it was devastating. It was absolutely devastating. So it's just kind of odd we're talking about this, and then I end up here. It always makes me really anxious and super nervous coming out of here now. I mean, like double checking, that type of thing. Now, one of the other questions that I got all the time is when somebody would ask, you know, are you going to ride again? I would answer yes or no, wherever I was in my head at that point. You know, another follow-up question was going to be this: is your wife going to let you ride again? So let's talk about that for a minute. You know, I'm sure there are some marriages and some relationships where spouses let others, and I'm putting that in air quotes, let others do certain type of things. Winnie and I, we don't work that way. You know, we work together. We try to find a solution together, and that's just the way we've operated for the past 15, 16 years now, just trying to find a solution where both of us can be happy. Another question or a comment that I receive all the time, and still do, and sometimes this isn't even about, you know, a motorcycle accident, just when people know that you ride motorcycles, this comes up, and that's, oh yeah, okay, you ride motorcycles, well, I know so-and-so, and he or she was involved in an accident, and man, they really got messed up, and they got hurt, or so-and-so got killed. You know, don't tell other motorcyclists those type of things. Don't say those type of things. You're not saying something to a motorcyclist that's going to persuade them one way or the other with any horror stories that you know. You're not really going to change anybody's mind. We get it. Motorcycles are dangerous. We all know somebody, probably in some form or fashion, who's been involved in a motorcycle accident. Can we all just move along now? So that's a question or a comment. Quite honestly, I'd just keep to yourself. All right, we got to get on the freeway here. I'm running a few errands. I've got to go to this place downtown Chattanooga that has a particular brand of dog food that I've got to get for our pups. Lacey Lou and Dixon have very sensitive stomachs, so that's what we're doing. All right, as we continue along, one of the other things that I have heard from time to time is somebody say something like, well, if you get hurt again, I don't want to know about it. You know, why would you say something like that to somebody? I mean, that's insane. That's ridiculous. And if somebody is saying something like that to you, you really might want to rethink your relationship with that person, what type of relationship you have with that person, and if you want that person in your life. I know that, you know, when Winnie and I were involved in our accident, the people that I called on then, and I didn't even have to call on them, man, they just showed up. They just showed up. That's the type of people I want in my life, you know? People that are just going to show up and help to take care of you, or you show up to help take care of them. That's the type of person I want to be in somebody's life. So keep that in mind. If somebody says that to you, they just might not be somebody you want to be around. Check this out, guys. We're going over this is called the Chickamauga Dam. It's an absolutely beautiful part of Chattanooga here in this area. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Really nice. All right, so the fifth thing that's on my list, now I haven't heard this one that much, maybe once or twice, but as I was kind of compiling my list, it did come up. And number 5 would have to be this. Well, aren't you afraid that if something happens again, you're not going to walk away? But I wanted to make another point, is that when somebody says that to me, my response is, well, I didn't walk away. I got carried away by an ambulance, you know? Is this guy all right? Yeah, he's on the phone. Okay, good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so as motorcyclists, we do worry about that. We do think about those things, you know. If something happens, am I going to be okay? Am I going to still be able to take care of my family? Am I going to live? All those type of things. We know, we get it. It goes along the same thing of motorcycles being dangerous. We understand that. All right, well, this video was made for motorcyclists and non-motorcyclists alike, just trying to, you know, provide a little bit of clarity from my own personal experience of things not to say to somebody if they've been in a motorcycle accident. Best thing to say, told you what not to say, maybe I should tell you what to say. The best thing that you could say is, man, I'm just glad you're okay. I'm just glad you're healthy. I'm glad you're here with us, and it's good to see you. That's probably the best thing to say, whether you're a motorcyclist or a non-motorcyclist. All right, guys, well, thanks for your time today. I've got to stop over here and put some gasoline in this bike. So if you would, please give me a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I think that would be awesome. I hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll talk to you again soon.